Hey guys, welcome back to Say It With Your Chest.
I'm Jess.
And I'm Hannah.
And welcome back to this episode. We just said that, I know. But
another episode.
Yeah. Okay, let's think about what we're going to talk about today. Well, I guess I have to do a recap on speed dating.
Oh, okay, we can start with that.
Isn't it crazy how
long ago?
Yeah, the time goes so fast. That feels like a million years ago.
Yeah.
But basically, so last episode, I told you guys that I was going to speed dating. That's why we had to end the pod, like, kind of fast.
Yeah.
But basically, there was an event at Wicked Craft Co. If you're in the Boston area, it's like in the North End. Really cool restaurant. I think they're like known for their brunch.
How are the drinks?
Drinks were strong. Guys, it's like, okay, let me start from the beginning.
Okay.
So, saw this thing on Instagram and I was like, you know what? Like, why don't I just go? See what it's about. Try something new. I don't like dating apps. Even, don't have to find the love of my life, but just see what it's about. Yeah. So, bought a ticket, went solo. But then as soon as I got there, I was like, okay, I need to find like girls to talk to. So I went to the bar because we had to go to like fill out our name tags or whatever. And then literally the girl standing directly next to me, I was like, can I hang out with you guys? Like, I came alone.
It's just so crazy. Like, I can't even picture those words really coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, it was like a do or die situation.
I know, but it's so much growth because I just feel like that would, like, it's just, I feel like I'm hearing you tell a story about someone else.
Yeah, I know. It's really crazy. Usually I would never do that, but I was like, in the spirit of putting myself out there, like, let me just go for it. And they were really nice. They were like, oh my God, yeah, of course. Like, so cool you came alone, blah, blah.
And I feel like putting yourself out there with girls is even scarier than
talking to guys. Yeah, because sometimes girls are mean.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, really?
So yeah, so then they like come around, they sit us down. Oh, well, I got a drink first. I got a Cosmo from the bar, which was really fucking strong. Like, well, I think the Cosmos might be the death of me. Like, it's really scary. But whatever. So the hostess like comes around, she sits us down at our tables, and then each table had like a number on it. The girls sorry, we just witnessed a crazy jump from Klaus. The girls stayed like at their seat table the whole time, and the guys like rotated around. I was table number 1. Just have to throw that in there. But it honestly was like a weird take on speed dating, like the way they did it, because usually I feel like speed dating is rounds, but this was not rounds. It was just one long round, and it was like 5-minute conversations, which is kind of long, I think. But they helped us out a little bit because they like asked questions, and then it was like the girls have 2 minutes to answer, the guys have 2 minutes to answer. So that was kind of nice, but like you don't really need 2 minutes to answer a question.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the question.
That is true. But most of the questions, it was like 30 seconds to answer, and then it was like you had to like fill in the rest of the time, which was fine, but it was just kind of interesting. Yeah, so it's supposed to only be like 2 hours, but it ended up being like 3.
It was a really long time.
Yeah,
I was waiting for her to come home, and I was like, oh my God, it's taking forever.
Well, by the end, everyone was like, I'm literally so tired. Like, the girls I was sitting next to, they were like...
That's also 2 hours long of straight talking.
Yeah. Because there weren't really breaks in between, just like the guys switching tables was the break in between.
Right.
But yeah, everyone was like, my social battery is literally dead right now by the end. But yeah, it was a cool experience. They asked some like interesting questions. Like, one of them was like, what would you do if you won the lottery? One of them was,
I think my problem would be is like I would just talk for the whole 5 minutes and then be like, oh, sorry. Yeah.
They're like, switch. And
especially like, if it was a question anything. Like that, I'd be like, what would I do? And then I just end up talking for the whole time.
I'm dead. Yeah, it was a big variety of questions. Like, another one was like, where's the craziest place you've hooked up? And it was like, whoa,
Yeah, that's
like,
kind of crazy.
kind of spicy. But yeah, there were like 19 girls, 19 guys. So also
That's a good
why
number.
it was so long.
Yeah.
Because you had to go through everyone. Honestly, the age range was like a little older, like for me. One the lottery question, one guy was like, "Oh, I would like pay off my mortgage."
Yeah,
and I was
yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
"Whoa, you have a mortgage?" Like, hold on a second, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like 50-50, like cute guys, like not really my type kind of guys. Trying to think like what people would want to know about it.
Do you want to say like that there was a guy that you were interested in?
Oh yeah, sure, I can talk about that.
I feel like that's what people really want to know.
Okay, so there was one guy, like, I feel like whenever you walk in somewhere and you're like single, you kind of like, scope out the place. There's one guy from the beginning that I was like, he's cute. Like, he was the cutest guy there, in my opinion. But he ended up sitting next to the first guy I talked to. So he was literally the last guy that I talked to, which I was kind of like, well, this is so annoying. Like, I have to wait all the way until the end to talk to him. But then, yeah, when we talked, it was like fine. He bought me a drink.
Wait, do you know it was really funny that
I came home like a fucking tornado because I had 2 Cosmos and then he bought me another one and I only had half of it. So when I came home, I was like on the floor. But I think I know what you're gonna say.
It was hilarious. I was literally dying. I was like, she was telling me about this guy and I was like, oh, that's so great. Like, I'm so happy for you. Like, what did you like learn about him? Like, she's like, I learned that he bought me a drink and I was literally pissing myself and that's all we found out.
Yeah, but I did remember actually the conversation we had and it's actually like a huge red flag.
That's why you blocked it out.
Yeah, of course. So the question with him was like, have you ever been in a fight? Like
like a physical fight?
Like physical, emotional, mental.
Like,
whatever. And I was like, no, I've never been in a fight, like whatever. And he was like, okay, like, I'm gonna be really honest right now. And I was like, oh God. And he said that he got into a fight with his ex.
Oh.
Not physical.
No, I know, but still, it's like, I feel like it's common sense not to bring up exes when you're on a dating, and you're on a date.
Yeah. So he's like, I got into a fight with my ex and she like spit in my face. But like not in wait.
Oh.
And I was
she left this part out.
Because I forgot in the moment, but then it came back to me. But he was like, yeah, she spit in my face. And I was like, oh. But then he didn't really get into like the details of what caused that because what girl is just spitting in some guy's face?
For
like,
no
he
reason?
had to, yeah. Like he was like,
what did you do?
Exactly. He was like, I didn't like do anything to warrant that. And I was like, yeah, okay, buddy. But then, then he was like, but like I had like girlfriends that I was friends with like before her that she didn't like and blah blah blah. So like honestly, huge red flag.
Red flag.
Ginormous red flag. But in the moment, like fun to flirt with,
yeah,
fun
whatever.
to talk to, Yeah, we like texted for a little bit and then nothing. You know how it goes. The classic story. But yeah, overall, like it was a good experience, I would say. If you like want something to do, want to put yourself out there or just like meet new people, I would recommend it. There was some tea, like one guy got kicked out for being like creepy because he was asking like all the girls to go home with him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So he got kicked out, which was insane. But yeah, it was a good experience. Like, I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I put myself out there. Also, I feel like it's good to just do like little things like that or like just going on dates in general, even if it's not like anything you think is going to be serious, because it just gives you that like confidence boost. Like, oh, like this isn't that bad. Like I can do this.
Or even
like, whatever.
Like, oh, I can talk to people. Like,
yeah,
carry a conversation, social skills.
Yeah, exactly. Which I feel like is good. Yeah. So overall, really good experience, I would say. Yeah.
I want to talk about the Super Bowl.
Same.
I know.
Go ahead.
Well, I didn't watch the Super Bowl, but I saw your Snapchat.
Oh yeah, I know that. I'm like, as if I did.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I just like couldn't think of anything worse than like sitting there and watching football for like 5 hours.
Fair.
But I love all the memes afterwards. Like it's just been so crazy. But I want to hear your take on it so I can comment.
Okay, well, let me get into my take. Well, I kind of have like two takes. One about the Super Bowl, one about the aftermath of the Super Bowl.
Right.
But first, going into the Super Bowl, like I think the NFL is literally so rigged. Like pretty much like everything else in our country.
I know. It makes me so mad. That's why I don't want to watch anything anymore because I'm like,
nothing is real.
Nothing's real.
Like as soon as the Eagles literally started like destroying the Chiefs, I was like,
and then at that point I'm like, thank God I didn't watch it because what's worse than a football game is like a football game that's not even close.
Yeah, that's like a blowout.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think the majority of people were happy that the Eagles literally crushed them because everyone was waiting for like a Chiefs smackdown.
Yeah.
So that was good, but like the Chiefs played so bad.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I saw people are saying like Patrick Mahomes like had no help out there and that
no, I feel like he choked.
Yeah, people are having like disagreements on that, but the story that the NFL is going with is that Patrick Mahomes is this like god of football, and his team he's gonna have to have a serious talk with his team because
oh my God,
they didn't support him in the way that he needed. That's the story I read.
Like, okay,
yeah,
like football is a team sport, first of all,
right?
But yeah, I think he fucking choked, and just the pressure was too much for him. But I also think that because obviously a lot of NFL football is like the calls the refs make and stuff like that. So I think that there was no way the Chiefs were gonna win. I think the NFL
they
and
were
the refs
literally
like
sucking their dicks all season.
They just got them to the NFL to have Taylor Swift there for the views. But I also thought it was interesting they didn't show Taylor. They showed her once in the very beginning.
It's brutal.
And never again. So again, proves my theory. They just wanted her there for the views, but then didn't even show her because I think they're sick of this narrative of like the NFL is all about Taylor Swift.
I
now,
did
like,
see
blah, blah.
this quote from Travis, or an alleged quote from Travis, being like, "Yeah, I heard when the crowd booed Taylor, and it broke my heart. Like I always try to protect her, and I just couldn't this time."
Okay, this is another thing I have to say about the fucking booing. Like everyone's going crazy because they're like, oh, like Trump got applauded and Taylor got booed. Like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to say this, but like Trump is the president and Taylor Swift is a celebrity. Like, I feel like you
but
can't
I don't
even
think she
like
should get booed.
compare the two. Like, but like she's a celebrity. Like she's gonna get booed.
Why though? Like, and then I saw the comparisons of like anytime that that Taylor says Travis's name at any of her concerts, like people go crazy and are like, "Woo!" Like go Travis, and then when she shows up for his stuff, she's booed. She doesn't. I mean,
I feel like it comes
she wasn't
with the
even
territory.
doing anything this game. She wasn't even being like obnoxious or anything. She was just there.
Yeah, no, like she was totally just sitting there. But I feel like when you are in that space and you know, like people hate your boyfriend's team, like it's the same thing in high school sports when like
but even
the other
his
school
own team
is like
boos her because they think that like
his team does.
Yeah, like his own fans boo her because they think that she's like distracting to him with the football.
Oh, I saw that it was like
stupid.
all Eagles fans were booing her, but it's like the same thing in high school sports when like the other school would come and then they say shit about like your school's girlfriends or like they look things up and like, you know what I mean? I feel like it's the same like sports energy. It's like,
yeah,
it's bound to happen. Like it's part of the sports, the shit talking, the, you know what I mean? Like it's a sporting event.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just like,
I don't like it though.
I don't know. This was my second part of my Super Bowl breakdown is I feel like America is getting so like, oh, what's the word? like everyone cares like so much about everything.
Yeah.
It is like crazy. Like the amount of like backlash. I feel like it's like with Kendrick Lamar's performance. It literally ends. Everyone's like, worst Super Bowl performance ever. Like,
But
this
I think
is terrible.
it's very,
like, blah 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 blah. It's like, oh my god. Same thing with the Grammys. It's like,
oh yeah,
I can't believe this person didn't win. Terrible, terrible. It's
Yeah.
like we don't need to like destroy people's careers just because you don't like them.
Yeah, but
You
I mean, what
know?
I saw about it though, the halftime performance is very split down the middle.
Yeah,
I've seen half of it being like that's the best thing I've ever seen,
Mm-hmm.
and half of it being that's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, but it's like, what happened to just being neutral about stuff? Like, oh yeah, I liked it, or like, oh, it wasn't for me. I feel like everyone these days is so extreme.
right,
I'm
like you can't be like, oh,
holy
I thought that was a
shit,
good performance without being like, you know,
that was the
extreme.
best.
Yeah,
It's like, was it?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I
it's
do
just so
think
funny.
it's a very complicated halftime performance, to be honest with you, because like, was it a great halftime performance, like in terms of like, you know, theatrics
right.
and whatever?
No.
But I think the people that don't like it don't get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it just goes right over their heads. So
I agree.
like if you say that you hated it, you probably missed
What it was about.
90% of
Yeah.
like the cool things that he did with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I feel like anyone who didn't know like what he was gonna do on that stage doesn't know who Kendrick Lamar is.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm like if
are we
know Kendrick Lamar,
shocked?
like he's very like cryptic with his
he's
like,
messaging political.
Like,
he's super political.
Yeah.
Everything he does like in the past couple of years has been like to make political statements.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised that they picked him.
Same.
Because you know NFL is very like weird with the whole political stuff.
Well, it's Jay-Z picks all the halftime shows.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not
I
the
didn't know
NFL because they like the NFL like whoever was doing it before they like fired them and now it's all through Jay-Z.
Oh. Okay, well that makes more sense. But yeah, like I just feel like if you're shocked by what Kendrick did, then you're not really paying attention to him in the past couple of years, you know?
Right. And I just feel like again, it's fine to like not know someone's music or not know someone or whatever, but to just be like, it's the worst thing.
Yeah.
It's like
people were really mad. The people who were really mad about it are like, Kendrick does have so many bangers that he didn't play.
Yeah,
but I'm like true. That's not what he was there to do.
Right.
Like he really wasn't. Like he didn't really care about that. Like
right.
I was surprised that he didn't play like a bunch of stuff, but he picked the songs that he did for like a reason.
Yeah, and I feel like okay, maybe you don't like the messages he's doing or whatever, but like we don't need to go like fucking ham.
Yeah.
You know? Like I don't know. I feel like everything is just so dramatic these days. It's like can we just like all calm down a little bit? I don't know. But yeah, everything I was seeing online, like sometimes it's like I'm online, I'm seeing stuff, and then I'm like, okay, like I need to take a break because this is just getting annoying.
Yeah.
You know, all the freaking complaining. Like, damn, like we can't just have a nice fucking Super Bowl.
Right. But it's also just like funny because it proves Kendrick's whole point.
Yeah.
Of, you know, the division in America. So it's like.
Right. Well, yeah, it's definitely like a. You know, like we said, obviously, like if you didn't like it, you don't
understand it.
Yeah.
I feel like I say that with so much too.
No, actually, we say
that with so many
time.
things. Like with anything that I like that someone else doesn't like, I'm like, you didn't get it.
Yeah.
Like you're just.
But it's kind of true. Like it's so true. I feel like. But yeah, in other words of Kendrick's performance.
Wait, I have a question though.
Okay.
Because like I don't really understand the whole like lawsuit thing
with Drake.
Yeah, but like, is Kendrick gonna get in trouble for doing that?
So I know Drake sued Kendrick Lamar for defamation.
Yeah.
When Not Like Us came out for calling him a pedophile. So that's why he said, I know they like to sue.
Yeah, but people were saying before the performance, like news people or newscasters or whatever
Mhm.
were saying that Kendrick is not performing the song because of the lawsuit, and the NFL like talked to him and was like, you're not allowed to say that because I don't think it's Kendrick that could get sued for it. I think it's like the NFL. Like
Oh,
they have to
interesting.
pay since it's on their platform or whatever.
Mhm.
So I wonder, like, if because he did that, if he's getting
Right.
sued
Well,
now. Or like he was already getting sued, but like
yeah.
was it a situation where he wasn't supposed to do that and he did? Or
I think, I mean, this is literally just my opinion. I have no fact behind it
Right.
at all. But my theory is that since he didn't say pedophile, it's okay.
Didn't he though?
He didn't. He said certified lover boy, certified.
Oh.
He didn't say pedophile, so
You think he's not going to get in trouble because it was implied?
It was between the lines.
Well, they literally said, yeah.
Because that's the definition is pedophile. So I'm
certified
assuming,
pedophile.
Yeah, I'm assuming since he didn't say pedophile, especially if you're saying they like had that talk with him, he's probably like, all right, I'll still sing it, but I just won't say pedophile.
So crazy.
I know. And what I was gonna say, rest in peace, Drake. Like, you are dead.
I mean, fucking Serena Williams coming out.
And even SZA performing with him. Both of his exes. And he dated SZA when she was a minor.
Yeah, that is crazy.
So it's kind of, it's insane.
But also I really like the other aspect of the whole Serena Williams thing. I was reading about it, like how she was doing the crip walk and like how she got in trouble for doing that when she won at Wimbledon. And people were calling her like ghetto and blah blah blah. And now she's like reclaiming the dance, like doing it at the Super Bowl. Like I don't know, I like the messaging. It makes it more interesting to digest the performance when you like, if you don't understand like 90% of it when you're watching it, but going on TikTok or whatever afterwards and seeing all the little things that I didn't know, like is fun.
Yeah, and I think something that is getting lost in translation a lot is like what actual like artistry and talent is, and what is like, oh, my song got popular on TikTok. Like, I feel like Kendrick Lamar is like a lyricist and like actually has like artistry and like talent.
Yeah.
So he can deliver a performance that's like, whoa.
And like, that delivers on multiple levels.
Right. But I think we're all just so used to like easily
digestible pop music
and content that like when things like this happen,
when you have to
just
think about things a little bit, you get mad.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, wait, I can't easily understand this. Terrible.
Yeah.
You know, which is just super interesting. But yeah, like I feel like we both liked the performance. Like,
I liked it. And again, I'm not even a huge Kendrick fan. Like,
same.
I'm not. I listen to way more Drake than I do Kendrick, but I'm not gonna sit here and say it was a bad performance.
Same, and again, not like I don't think it was the best Super Bowl performance ever. I don't think it was the worst. Like I just liked it neutral.
Yeah, and it's just so funny to me to think about all of like my parent, like my mom, and like Steven's parents are watching the TV and they're like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, do you know what I mean? That's hilarious to me.
I know. I saw so many TikToks of parents being
parents
like,
do
what
not
the fuck
know
is
what
going
this is.
on? Yeah. Which I thought was really funny. Yeah, that's like pretty much all I have to say about the Super Bowl. I am actually glad that the Eagles won.
Yeah, I respect the Philly fan base.
Same, and I think the way they won is fucking sick. They chewed them up and spit them the fuck out.
Right.
Which was necessary. They needed to be humbled.
Well, yeah, I don't like when the same team wins year after year after year. Like any team. Like it's just boring. Like,
yeah, I agree.
I think everyone should have like an equal opportunity.
Equity?
Yeah. Equity and inclusion.
That's so funny. We don't really have any viewer questions. But even before that, do you have anything that you want to talk about or recap or anything?
What happened this week?
Guys, we've been saying this. Everything is literally a blur. Like,
I know.
time is going by so fast. We're just
So
like,
fast.
what is happening?
Yeah.
It's insane.
I mean, I had interviews today for internship, but like it's so
Woo.
boring to talk about. I don't even like they went fine. I mean, I feel like a lot of people who watch this are people from my program, so they might want to know about it, but
Yeah.
I went to 2 different schools today to interview for internship, and they went fine. I can't even get myself to like pretend to be excited about this stuff
you sound
anymore.
so monotone.
I know,
like,
and I can't
meh.
change my tone. Like it's physically impossible because I'm so like unmotivated and like disinterested.
Yeah, that's okay.
I know, but it's like sad because it's just like I'm just starting out in this field and I'm already so beaten down. Like, and I'm able to like, you know, fake it till I make it when I'm there, but like it's so draining. And I think working in schools is just really, really hard because like day in and day out you see like the worst shit with like kids, and it's really hard. And then like you're sitting there and they're telling you about all the things that you're gonna have to do, and it's like, you know, I have to go do like a crisis training management in a couple of weeks where like I don't know, and then like they want me to get like safety care trained so I can restrain kids, and I'm like,
whoa,
I don't want to do that, you know?
Yeah,
I don't want to.
that's so fair. I wouldn't want to do that either.
Right. So it's just like really upsetting and depressing. And while the interviews are great, I don't know. Maybe like I have some tomorrow, so maybe those will be better, but like I'm waiting for like a place where I'm like, yes, I'm excited to like work there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you still have 2 more tomorrow, so you'll see how those go, and then
They really do like the questions that I ask though.
That's good.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm really good with coming up with questions on the spot, but I usually
That's a good skill.
Yeah, it really is. But yeah, biggest advice is to like ask something that's like kind of not that every like candidate is gonna ask or whatever. To try to come up with like something unique. And honestly, when in doubt, everyone just enjoys talking about themselves more than they like talking about their job or their school. So I like to ask like more personal questions of like, oh, you know, what made you want to get into this field?
Yeah.
Or like blah, blah, and people eat that up.
So true. And then I feel like also once you get them talking about themselves or something like that, like you can think of questions in the meantime.
Yeah.
Or like have a follow up.
I mean, I have a list of questions that I reuse over and over and over.
Yeah,
and it's like whatever. I'm like I like knowing actually I really like knowing. I always ask like what are your biggest challenges that you encounter?
That's a good question.
So you can know like the worst of it. And then like you can ask like what are the best things about your site? So you know the range of how bad it can be.
Yeah. I mean, that's really important to know too.
Yeah. And like what resources do you have to like help support you in those challenges? I don't know. Interviews are always a little bit awkward, and if you don't have like a really personable interviewer, like I tend to like overtalk a lot, especially if the person interviewing me is a little bit quieter.
Yeah.
And my thing is like I'm just gonna be myself, and if they don't like me, then I don't really want to work with them, you know?
Yeah.
So that's
you gotta have a good like balance with the people you're working with, you know, or a good vibe. I mean,
yeah, I mean, because I just used to when I used to interview, I literally used to like tailor my personality to whoever I was interviewing with to get them to like me. But I never like stopped to ask myself like, do I like them?
Yeah.
So I'm doing a new approach, just being myself and seeing if there's like an actual genuine connection instead of like trying to force myself to like fit what they're looking for, you know?
Yeah, which I feel like is good. Like that's a good good strategy.
Yeah, I think it's like you get there over time because like I'm a way more confident person than I was before, but like I don't feel like I need to like, you know, lie about anything anymore.
I feel like that's good.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about Valentine's Day a little bit? Since you're in a relationship.
I love Valentine's Day. Yeah.
Wait, hot take. I actually love Valentine's Day too.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
I think that everyone should love Valentine's Day. Like, even if you don't have a Valentine, like, just the idea that there's a designated week or, like, designated day, but, like, time of the month, really, to, like, celebrate love in, like, any form is so cute and, like, wholesome.
I agree.
And it doesn't just need to be, like, romantic love. It's just, like, you know, love
Yeah,
is in
it
the
could
air.
Self-love, friend love, family love, like, just love.
Right, exactly. And I think that it's great that there's, like, a designated time to, like, reflect on that and, like, think about stuff like that. And I love all of, like, the Valentine's Day themed stuff going on, like little hearts in the window.
Yeah,
and
everything's pink and
yeah,
pretty.
like, it's just cute. And I think that if you hate Valentine's Day, then, like, you need to do some deep self-reflection because
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I don't think I've ever
it's
been
a
a
stupid
Valentine
Hallmark
Day.
holiday.
I've never said that.
No, not you. I'm saying, like, in general, that's what people
Yeah,
say.
people say that.
But, like, everything in this world is capitalist. Like,
Yeah. No, it's true.
it's like everything is.
Yeah.
So what makes us different?
People really hate on Valentine's Day, but
Yeah.
I think it's cute. Like, I don't know.
Like, I'm not taking it serious. Like, it's, you know, like, you know what I mean? That's like people
Yeah, it's
think
not like it's like Easter, like a religious holiday, but it's fun. It's like a fun little day, you know, of love.
I am against like with Valentine's Day, I'm against doing big gifts on Valentine's Day. I think that's where it gets more into like materialistic vibes, is like when couples do like really big expensive gifts or like expectations of like craziness. I think that Valentine's Day is more of like showing like appreciation for like the person you're with in like smaller ways. Which should always happen, but like Valentine's Day is just nice to have like a designated time where that does happen, where you're like, oh, it's Valentine's Day, I'm gonna like cook a nice meal for so and so, or I'm gonna stop at the store and get flowers. And it's like, oh, like these chocolates are on sale because it's Valentine's Day, and
yeah, like just
they're her favorite.
Something.
You know, I don't think it needs to be anything big, but like I just think Valentine's Day is for like little thoughtful things.
Yeah, a little reminder of love and appreciation.
Yeah. And like the girlies took it over, and like now there's Valentine's Day, and like I love that. So
I know so many like Valentine,
isn't it sad
whatever
that, like,
events.
men don't have anything like that though?
They could have Palentine.
I know, but they would never do that, and I just feel bad
like,
for them.
bro, we're not doing that.
Yeah, like I just feel bad for them because like you should be able to celebrate your male friendships too.
Yeah, but I feel like they do that like when they watch the Super Bowl or like,
true. They just have the Super Bowl, so it's fine.
No, actually, they have it like every fucking week of the year. They have
every Sunday
with football. Then they have fucking basketball season. Then they have baseball season if they watch that. Like they have their shit, you know.
That's true.
Yeah, well, I meant like, did you want to say like what you're doing for Valentine's Day? But
I was getting there. I just thought I would preface it by like, it makes me really upset when people don't like Valentine's Day because I do really love it.
I saw your little Insta story, like Lover Girls Week.
I said it was, but how cute was that? It was a little heart made out of snow on the tree.
It was really cute.
And then I said Happy Lover Girl Week. Yeah, so Steven is coming on Valentine's Day on Friday. He's driving down from Buffalo. And he's coming after class, so he's not going to be here till like really late on Valentine's Day. So we're doing Valentine's Day on Saturday. I'm working on Friday night, so if you're in the area, come to Sweet Cheeks for Valentine's Day. Heart-shaped biscuits, like that. You know what I mean? I just love little things like that. Like, let's just make it heart-shaped. And then Saturday, I don't know. We might go to like I want to do something like in the morning on Saturday. I'm just calling it Valentine's Day because that's when I'm celebrating it. Yeah. But I'm gonna see if I can get him to go to like the Isabella Gardner Museum because I think it's really cute and like aesthetic. And then we are going to this Greek like Mediterranean restaurant called Trade. It's I was looking up where it was. It was like in the financial district, like a little
Okay.
like outside of downtown, closer
Like
to
in between
Seaport.
the North End and downtown?
No, the opposite way.
Oh.
Wait.
Like downtown and in between downtown and Seaport.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, in that area.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really excited because whenever we go to like fancy restaurants, like I can just like I usually like take over ordering, like I can just get whatever I want. I like actually really enjoy dating someone that doesn't have like strong opinions when it comes to like food.
On food, yeah.
Yeah, because I like taking control of that stuff. So it's like he picks like the restaurant or the vibes, and I get to pick everything that I want to try, and he's just like down for the ride, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're just gonna have like a cute little romantic dinner, which is my favorite thing in the world to do.
Perfect.
Is try a new restaurant and you know, have a, like get dressed up. Like there's nothing I love more. So yeah. And then
so cute.
I have next week off of school because of there's a convention going on for school psychologists in Seattle. So everyone's going there, and I'm going to Buffalo for the weekend. So for the rest of the week.
Nice.
The convention next year, though, is in Chicago, and everyone wants to go.
That'd be cool.
So I was like, maybe I'll go to Chicago next year.
Is Chicago called Beantown? Because you know the bean?
Yeah. I don't know. I like want to say yes, but I also don't want to say yes.
Cute. That would be so much fun.
Yeah.
I
know, like, I mean, I'm trying to think of what other people do on Valentine's Day for like other Valentine's Day recs, but like I have a friend going to the Capitol Grill Steakhouse, Del Frisco's. I feel like Valentine's Day is a very steakhouse.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Davio's is a really good steakhouse. They have a bunch of well, not a bunch. They have one in Seaport and one in Chestnut Hill. But that's a really good
I feel like it's very steakhouse heavy, I guess, where my friends are going. But yeah.
Cute. V-Day.
I know, I love it.
Okay, so we're gonna go into what we're saying with our chest this week. Would you like to go first?
Yeah,
or, okay.
I want to go first.
Okay.
Because mine is just a little stupid thing.
Okay.
But this is a new discovery I made. It's Lily's chocolate. It's a sugar-free chocolate. Like they come in, like this is a peanut butter cup, but they have like chocolate bars and like a bunch of different varieties of chocolate, and it's completely sugar-free and it tastes so good. You wouldn't even know about it. So if you're looking for like a healthy alternative, but you still like crave chocolate, Lily's chocolate is the best. Not advertised, but like that would be a really good advertisement because I only like.
Maybe we should reach out to them.
I think we should because I don't eat sugar, so but I still like want dessert sometimes. Mm-hmm. So this has been a really good option for me. And yeah, it's just really, really good. So if you haven't tried it yet, you should.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, what I'm saying with my chest this week is for all the single ladies out there, do something nice for yourself this week. Yeah. A little self-love. Don't be a hater on Valentine's Day.
You can still enjoy Valentine's Day if you're single.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do, but actually I really want to go to that strawberry chocolate thing I sent you. It's called Nut Factory. If you're in the Boston area, it's right on Newberry Street. They have like the Dubai chocolate that's been going like viral on TikTok, and they do like these cups of chocolate covered strawberries where I think they like just pour the hot chocolate on it. So or the melted chocolate, I should say. So yeah, do something nice for yourself. Watch a nice movie if you're into that or whatever. Face mask, all the good self-care things. Give yourself some self-love. And yeah.
I like that one.
Thanks. I feel like that's the first time you ever said that.
You're welcome.
Okay. That's it for this episode. You guys know the deal. Like, subscribe. leave us a nice review, ask us questions every Tuesday through our Insta story, or you can just DM us a question or like text us because, you know, I'm probably sure you all have our numbers. Anyone watching this, follow us on TikTok, all the things. And yeah, that's it. Love you guys. Thanks for listening. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day.
It's almost Pisces season.
Woo!
And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Will we?
Oh shit. Actually, we might just be doing our vlogs next week because like Hannah's gonna be away, then I'm gonna be away. So
yeah, hopefully we'll
see.
have some nice vlogs for you guys.
Yeah.
I think we should try to do that.
Mhm.
All right.
Me too. All right. Bye guys.
Bye.